Today, Mojo and Glenda with Our Sweet Home Life is on an adventure. There's a Mojo in the truck, and this is the road we're going down, 4210. So come, go join us on our adventure today and see where we're going. Well, we have arrived here at Hite's Honey and Cut Flowers. Let's go see what they have. It's a cute little house.
This is my flower house. This is where everybody comes to cut flowers.
Mm-hmm.
So I went ahead and set it out like I usually do.
Okay.
Everybody gets a nice fruit jar.
Okay.
And they get a pair of cutters. And they get a little water, and then they can go through and pick what they want.
So it's a you-pick, y'all.
It's a you-pick.
That's great.
Yep, it's a you-pick.
That's awesome.
And we've had people as far as from Belize.
Belize, really?
Belize,
That's
yes.
awesome.
Key West, we've had people from Key West. We had one lady that loves to come and take pictures, so you're welcome to come and just take pictures.
Okay.
All that you want.
Well, that is really awesome. So how much is the cost for a you-pick?
Usually we charge $1 a stem for the zinnias, and then the fillers are free.
Oh.
But we may change that next year because our fillers are so pretty you can actually make a bouquet out of the fillers.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I think we may do those for $1 next year.
For $1. Okay.
Yeah. So, and this is my flower house.
Oh, how great.
I'm drying flowers. Yeah,
And some little pots.
I usually suggest that people bring their own vase from home.
Okay. Bring your own vase, and there's your
And
basket.
what we'll do is you pick, and we'll come in and we'll make the vase together.
Oh,
I'll
you
show
help them
how to
make the vase.
Yeah, I'll show them how to make and put their vases together.
Look, listen to that, y'all. She even helps you make it
I
be
will
beautiful.
help you make your vase.
That is awesome.
And my husband's, he's learned too, so, but he grows all of them, so there you go.
Because some of us don't know what to do when we do pick them.
Yeah, it's, there's an art to it. I'll show you how.
Okay.
Already did. This is Yara Celosia. This is a different Celosia. There's some more Yara there. These are straw flowers. And straw flowers, if you want to make a really nice dry flower, straw flowers are the way to go. Plants are ugly, but the flowers are beautiful. My husband also keeps honey in here, and you can taste.
Oh yes, and here's the honey.
That's some of it.
That's some of the honey. Now, where's the honeybees?
Well, they're different places. We
Okay.
have hives here, and we have some hives up the road. He also keeps hives in some different pastures. He's got about 50 hives.
50 hives. That's awesome.
It's a lot of work.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Busy times of the year. So.
Okay, well, we're kind of on off season. We're beginning of fall. It's early September, but I'm sure in the spring. Now, when do they start blooming in the spring?
Usually about toward the end of May, mid-May, sometimes the beginning of May. It depends on when the last frost, and that's what you need to keep in mind. Most all of these cannot be planted until last frost. After the last frost, you can start planting and pray that there's not one that decides to come later.
So in your area, planting would depend on when your last frost would be. So that would be very important to find out when your last frost.
Very important.
Well, what about preparing the soil? What do you do to prepare the soil?
Well, like I said, we'll be pulling all these up. What we'll do is we'll pull up our black stuff that we have down at the bottom to keep the grass out.
The ground cover, she'll pull that up.
Yeah, and he'll go through and rototiller it so it can aerate through the winter.
Okay.
And
Now, when will you do that?
Well, in the next few weeks.
In the next few weeks,
Yeah,
I'll be
because
preparing the
they're all
beds.
going out. It's kind of hard because there's a lot of them that are still really blooming well. The blooms are much smaller this time of the year. Usually they're really big. So, it really just depends.
So they'll take the black up and they will rototill to aerate the soil. And then when you get ready to plant, will you use fertilizer or what do you use for fertilizer?
Sometimes he uses black cow. The thing about zinnias is you do not fertilize them a lot. They do not like a lot of fertilizer.
Okay, so zinnias are fairly easy to grow?
When he goes through and goes ahead and we take the black stuff up and he rototills, he usually puts black cow in there, and that way it kind of goes through the winter and all, gives it time to dissipate.
Okay.
But
what is black cow?
Black, cow manure.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's just cow manure.
It's just cow manure, y'all. Okay. So that's what you use mostly on your flowers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now, it just depends on the flower itself. Now, he's the one you need to talk to about that.
Okay.
Because he has all that down.
We will talk to him a little bit later.
Or fountain grass. This is a purple fountain grass.
I love those.
What you'll do, well, they're on their way out too, is usually we'll cut them really deep and go down through, and it's a filler.
A filler.
Oh, they're really pretty.
I bet. And look at this purple here. Isn't that beautiful? Now, what's the name of this?
That's gum frema.
Gum frema.
Gum frema.
That is so beautiful. I might have to get me some of that.
Oh, yeah, when you start to pick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, he needs to be around here. I don't know where he went.
And here's a beautiful hydrangea.
Oh, that's his first year, so he's
Now, what do you do to care for this hydrangea?
water him well. Now, he does like, they do have Miracle Grow for hydrangeas, and we have used that on it. But like I said, he's on his way out. We'll clip him all the way back.
Yeah.
And then he'll put out new growth.
Okay, so you'll clip him down to the ground?
Well, about a foot above. It just depends on how he's coming out. This is the first year we've had that type, so we YouTube it. He goes through and looks up. You know, so.
Well, they're beautiful. I love hydrangeas. Now, what is this beautiful plant? Look at those leaves. Isn't that beautiful?
Celestios is a type of celestios, coxcomb. So it makes a good filler too, but when it gets to a certain point, the leaves are way too big. But you can put it as like a center of your bouquet and put all your flowers around it, and it really looks nice. Of course, butterfly bushes we have.
Is that what this white is? Is
That's a butterfly bush.
And this red here, what is this? This is so beautiful.
That's the same kind of family as that one. I think that one's called, no, that's not the dragon's breath.
Is it firecracker?
No.
No?
I got a firecracker plant on the front. Coxcomb, your grandma used to have that. And all this is on its way out too. That one may be dragon's breath.
Isn't that beautiful?
Really sure.
That is so gorgeous. Let me take a picture of it. Look at these beautiful flowers. Now, are these sunflowers?
Yeah, those are sunflowers.
Aren't they beautiful?
And you see where they've been nipped off?
Uh-huh.
Deer love them. Now, they're not deer resistant. Everything we have out here is deer resistant. Didn't have any problems until those started coming up and blooming.
Okay, and you have electric fence, is that what you said?
Yeah, we had to put the electric fence
So they
all the way around.
So they put electric fence up for the deer to keep the deer out.
Yeah. This right here, the ones that are tied up there, and they said if you wipe sweat on them, it'll keep the deer out. Now, a lot of people, instead of putting up electric fences, are putting the cotton rope up, and when you get out nice and sweaty, you just get it all nice and wet, and it keeps the deer out.
Oh, did y'all hear that? That's fascinating.
They did a big thing at an alpha convention that my cousin had gone to, and she said, y'all try that. This guy swears by it.
Well, does it work?
Yeah, it works.
It works, y'all.
It works.
So there's your tip for deer. A lot of people have problems with deer in their garden, and it does work.
Yeah, it does work. I mean, it makes everything look awful, but it's okay. These are all of our zinnias. We had black-eyed Susans, all sorts of black-eyed
yes,
Susans.
black-eyed Susans are about gone, but look how pretty.
That's the reason I haven't cut them down yet. There's some that's putting out down lower. We had all different types.
All different types. They can make a really pretty arrangement.
Oh, beautiful. The only thing about black-eyed Susans is they do not last very long as a cut flower.
No.
For a little while, but zinnias do.
Well, what secret do you have when you cut them and making the arrangement last longer?
Well, you cut them at an angle
Cut them at an angle.
and make sure that you've got them long enough. I'll show you. I'm going to take you around, let you cut you a big bouquet.
Oh, that'll be awesome. So she's going to show me.
Packets that we put in them.
Okay.
Now this is one that was really, it's about gum, but see, it's a different color.
That's really pretty.
And we had one called a Goldilocks, and it was just real fuzzy.
Real fuzzy.
Lots and lots of petals. But come on around.
But see all the zinnias, she has them all different colors.
Our wildflower bed.
Oh, this is wildflowers. A lot of people love wildflowers.
Well, it's like I said, it's going out. We never knew what we had that might come up in it. But this is wild sage. But it makes a really, feel the stems, they're square.
Square.
Yeah, feel right here.
Oh, okay. Right in there. Okay,
Yeah,
they're square.
and they're a good filler flower because they hold all of your other flowers up.
Oh, okay.
So
And I got little purple blooms on them.
Yeah, they're on their way out. Everything is on its way out.
I'm sure because this is September, the 1st of September, so we're a little bit late, but we'll come back and visit with them next spring.
Oh yeah, in the spring definitely. Now these are blanket flowers, and those are the sea pods. We use those for fillers too. They make it just look more kind of fairy tale like.
So did these bloom a big bloom, or is this what you get on these?
That's what you get on.
And what was this called again?
It's a wild sage.
Wild sage.
Yeah.
Okay.
You better ask
Interesting.
him. He's better at it than I am. Boy.
And what is this? This is dried up, but what is this?
That was bee balm,
Bee
and it
balm.
was really pretty. Bee balm came up in here. We also had some yarrow. I may still have a yarrow blooming, but we've had no rain in about 2 months.
I know, we have not either. We have not.
It has just been. Oh, that's to keep. This is the awfulest thing. They keep the yellow finches out. The
Oh,
yellow
really?
finches come in and pluck all the leaves off of it and get fresh seeds.
Look at the beautiful zinnias. And you said that those whirligigs, that keeps the finches away.
Yes, the yellow finches love. Let me see if I can find one they've picked down. We've had a sparrowhawk out, and they've kind of disappeared for a little while. But they'll pluck them all the way down, and you'll come out and you'll have like a really pretty flower, and you say, "Oh, I'm going to keep that one," and come back and pick it. Come out, and it'll be nothing but the center of it left.
So that's a good little tip for your garden to keep the finches out. Okay.
This is called a Texas sage, and it only blooms when the barometric pressure goes down, when we're supposed to get rain. Hopefully, it's predicting well. It usually does. So
Does
hopefully
it?
it does. Yeah. believe it
Okay,
or
and
not.
it's called a Texas
Sage.
sage, and it predicts the weather, y'all. It blooms when it's going to rain. Isn't that amazing? And look at this one here. Now, what is this? That's really pretty.
That's a hot poker plant.
Oh, I've never seen it in yellow.
I know, that's what everybody said.
Oh, look at that.
We pick up varieties that you don't see a lot, so you never. They're kind of like little surprises around
Okay.
the garden. We had a thing called painted sage, and it had little tiny blooms at the stem. So whatever color those blooms were, at the very top, all the leaves turned that color.
Oh, really?
They were gorgeous. So
That's
we'll
it.
have some more of that next year.
Okay, sounds good. This one she calls peppermint. Isn't that pretty? It does look like a peppermint. Now, can you explain to us what you do to prepare the beds?
Oh no! You gonna put me on?
I am. You're beautiful.
I've been trying to stay away from all this here. See?
We'll roll this up, and then you.
Oh yeah. What we used to do is we'll, of course, now this is our second year doing all this here. So when everything
really
plays out in the frost,
this is
we'll get all these beds and stuff. But most of them has got this black tarp on it. And
It's not tarp. It's
well, it's a felt. So,
Yeah, it's a weed.
yeah.
Barry.
Yeah.
That's called a weed barrier.
Weed
Yeah.
barrier.
But it worked out really good because it did keep the weeds down. But as soon as all this stuff kind of dies off, we'll tear all this stuff up, pull these things up. I mean, I'll let them stay for a little while and collect some seeds.
Oh, seed collection.
And I'll let the butterflies and all of them do their stuff, because they're still collecting a lot of pollen and stuff. Even the birds, they'll get some of the seeds. So I might leave them on here a long time. But eventually I'll take it all up, then I'll pull all that up, probably roller tiller it, and then let it kind of air out till spring. And then start again. Every year we think about other things we're going to do. Like I think we got 1, 2, 3. We got 4 beds through here, but we're going to make 6. We're going to get them a little bit tighter together and make 6 of these.
Make 6 beds.
And then make a little bit more of a succession.
I know.
Make those other beds a little bit longer. So. And put in my drip irrigation.
Okay, do you have drip irrigation now?
I don't now, but I will next year.
Okay,
Sure.
well, I know that'll make life easier.
To keep me out of the doghouse. You can put that on there. To keep me out of the doghouse if I get me a drip irrigation.
Well, it's been so dry.
Right.
We water out of the well, but it takes 2 of us to water.
Yeah.
And 2 hoses.
So you do have a well?
I do have a well, and it's
That's a big help.
It just helps a whole lot.
The house isn't on the well, but the farm is on the well.
Well, that's good. That's a good idea. We have talked about doing that.
Guys, if you can see through the tree right past that little bluebird house or a little bird house on the corner, you will see the lake at Smith Lake. And
It's
so
all the way around. We're on a peninsula.
just
down
right
there.
near the lake, guys.
Oh yeah, you can
Garden for water.
you can kind of stand there on the porch and actually see it. It's actually beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful place.
See the lake down there?
Well, I appreciate it.
It's beautiful.
She's always wanted a flower garden, so
When the leaves all fall, you can see all the way around. It's all the way up the lake. This is Rock Creek.
Rock Creek. It's beautiful. Smith Lake is one of the most beautiful lakes in the state of Alabama.
Oh yeah.
It's one of the it's the largest.
Yes.
Over 500 miles of shoreline.
Yes.
And it's a deep lake too.
Yes, it is.
Over what, 200 feet deep?
Yes.
In places.
250.
250.
But now when I was a kid, Dad and I went out and we found some spots that were like 300 feet deep. That's been, oh gosh, I was about 6. You know, so that's been a long time ago.
But it is beautiful here. She has a beautiful home there. It's beautiful. So if you want to pick some flowers, this is the place to come. Hite, H-I-T-E, honey, and cut flowers. We'll have to talk to Mr. Hite about his honey.
Yeah. But we do you pick. Please come. Everybody loves it. I have not had anyone to leave that wasn't smiling. And that's one of the reasons we did it. We're not doing it to get rich by no means.
Right.
It's just mostly to pay for seeds and you know, potting soil. You know, sometimes you have to mix a little potting soil in there if it's really too bad sandy. But that's it. It's just mostly to bring joy to people's hearts.
Well, that's precious.
And feed our bees.
And feed your bees. That's
And
right.
feed our bees.
That's right. And your butterflies.
And our butterflies. And the hummingbirds.
And the hummingbirds.
There's all sorts of insects out here. I mean, it's amazing. Some people will say, oh my goodness, the bees do they bite you? And I said, they won't bother you.
Right. If you don't bother them, they'll leave
They
you
don't,
alone.
yeah.
And so in the summertime, spring and summer, what's your hours?
Every Saturday from 8 to 12.
And there's a phone number?
Yes. 256-531-4221 or 256-338-0566. And you can make an appointment if you have a special occasion or a girls group that wants to come. We've done that too. Just call, make an appointment, and we'll set it up for you. No big deal.
Well, it's been a pleasure here at the Hite Honey and Cut Flowers, and we really have enjoyed it. And there's old Mojo over there. They're enjoying a conversation. But it's really pretty, and we appreciate you coming and joining us today with Mojo and Glenda at Our Sweet Home Life. Be sure to leave us a comment and a like to help our channel get out there on the algorithm, and we appreciate you. Bye.